In my video on cord cutting, I talk about how the TV broadcasting industry is failing. I talk about more and more families are cutting the cord, not subscribing to cable TV, and they're opting for other options. And near the end of my video, I alluded to how Netflix is primarily responsible for pushing out cable TV. And really, I want to talk about that. I want to talk about Netflix, but not just Netflix. The idea of Netflix, the strategy of Netflix, and how it's transforming the TV broadcasting industry, the film industry. But not just the film industry, but the entire media industry. I believe there's over-the-top services that are transforming the media industry. So over-the-top services is a way of providing content to subscribers and customers through an internet subscription, right? So rather than getting our TV through traditional cable or satellite subscriptions, we're getting our media through the internet. So over-the-top services span across the entire media industry. So when we look at film, there's numerous ways that over-the-top services are dominating the field. Primarily, we have Netflix. And as I described a little bit in my previous video on cord cutting, because of these services, we're allowed to watch whatever we want, whenever we want, and how long we want it. So that another example of this is YouTube, where if I'm into, let's say, nature, watching videos on animals, I can look up animals and I can watch hours of content, more than I could watch just by having a subscription or watching Animal Planet or Discovery Channel, right? So this is how it's transforming the media industry, and then of course we have things like Crave TV and Amazon who have contributed to this over-the-top services. And then we can also look at music. If you look at music, less and less people are buying songs, buying albums through iTunes, because now we have over-the-top services like Spotify, Google Play Music, and Apple Music, right? So instead of having to buy individual songs, I can find thousands of songs whenever I want and add them to my phone without having to buy the whole album. So this is completely changing the way we listen to music. And then even more, we can look at books, right? We have many ways to read books without having to go out and buy an individual book at Chapters, right? We can subscribe to services where we have hundreds of books to choose from, like Audible. You have hundreds of books to choose from, and you can listen to them. Even you look at comic books, it's the same thing. If you look at magazines, it's the same thing, where you can just subscribe to a provider and you have access to thousands without having to pick out the individual one. So I believe that I could talk more and more about over-the-top services. So today I just wanted to introduce the topic, talk about how it's impacted the industry. But in my next video, I'm going to talk more about the effects of these over-the-top services. So I'll get into that a bit more, but today I just want to introduce the topic of over-the-top services, and that we can see that it's affecting the entire media industry, not just the film industry.